Hello and welcome back to the channel. In honor of April Fool's Day, I'm going to be ranking all 48 Super Sentai logos. It's just something I've always been interested in. I don't think anyone else cares about the logos as much as I do, but I just thought it'd be a goofy video. This has no implication on how I actually feel about the season at all, and obviously these are just my opinion. I just want to point out that some of the images for these are not high quality, especially for the older ones. I just couldn't find high quality ones for some of the older images. So it is what it is, but it's not the end of the world. But without further ado, here's the ranking of all 48 Super Sentai logos. In last place is Jaka, and this logo just looks terrible to me. I've never liked it at all. It just looks boring and it just looks ugly. Number 47 is Sun Vulcan, and just the color scheme on this is terrible. Like the bright red with the yellow outline and then the blue sunbeams just looks super bad, terrible. Number 46 is Battle Fever J, and I actually like the color scheme on this, the red and black, but the J being a little too long and the blue box with the yellow outline just ruins this logo. Number 45 is Flashman, and a lot of logos in this era have this same color scheme, and this one just looks the worst just because it doesn't really do anything cool. Like there's a triangle in the middle that doesn't really do anything for me. Number 44 is Dynaman, and I still don't like this color scheme, but at least the katakana being 3D and then the kanji being in this design at least makes it look a little bit cooler than Flashman. Number 43 is Changeman, and it still has this gross color scheme, but at least has the earth in the background. That's kind of cool. Number 42 is Turbo Ranger, and I like the red with the black and like the shadow being cast, but the font looks really weird to me, and the gray and the yellow with the blue kanji on top just makes it look really bad. Number 41 is Maskman, and this one's just kind of boring, but it still looks pretty good, like with the silver outline on the red and then the light on the Hikari kanji. It's just kind of boring. Number 40 is Bioman, and I actually really like this one. It's the only one that I think this color scheme pulls off. It reminds me a lot of old Superman comics, and it just has a really simple design, but it's really effective, and it honestly might be too low. Number 39 is Gokaiger, and this is just a classic logo. We got the 5 in the back that has all the colors represented. Maybe there's too much of the rainbow going on. It looks kind of gaudy, contrasted with the black and white katakana, but it still is a pretty good looking logo. Number 38 is Denjiman, and this is another good looking one. I think the yellow outline is pulled off just because of the shadow in the back of the katakana, and also all the colors are represented without looking too gaudy like Gokaiger. Number 37 is Jetman, and I think this one looks better than at a distance than up close. I like the font of the katakana. I like the bird up top. I think the one problem is the kanji and the yellow boxes. That looks kind of bad. Number 36 is Goggle 5, and this one is probably the best looking of its era. The red and black always looks good, but also the white kanji is complemented with the white star, and even the yellow outline has like the yellow design, so I think it all comes together pretty well. Number 35 is 5-Man, and it's pretty similar to Goggle 5, but I just think it's better because it ditches the yellow outline. Number 34 is ToQger, and I don't really know why I don't like this one. I think maybe because it's a little too angular, and also I don't really like the yellow outline over it, but I like the red with the black. I also don't really like the gray battery up top, but I just don't really like this one for one reason or another. Number 33 is Mega Ranger, and I really like this yellow kanji with the red katakana combination. Also the white outline really makes it pop, and also the like cyber design on the sunbeam really fits the season. Number 32 is O-Ranger, and this one looks pretty cool because it represents like an ancient palace. All the O-Ranger symbols are represented in the top right and left. I just think it looks a little dulled. Maybe if it was a little brighter, I would like it more. Number 31 is Gingaman, and this is just a really clean looking one. You got the red with the white outline in the blue sunbeam, looks really cool. And you just got the giant Gingaman logo in the back. It's kind of boring, but it looks really cool. Number 30 is Gokaiger, and this one is just really creative as the katakana of Gokaiger makes up a lion. That's really creative. I'm not a big fan of the color scheme, but that lion really makes up for it. Number 29 is Patranger, and this one just looks awesome, even though it's pretty simple. Like you got the darker yellow kanji with the red. That looks really good. Plus they both have blue sunbeams, and then there's also the fire design in the katakana, which looks really cool. Number 28 is Live Man, and this is one that just looks really cool. Even though the animals on the top look kind of goofy, the darker yellow with the red and the katakana being fully 3D, it just looks really cool. Number 27 is Car Ranger, and this one looks cool because I think it's supposed to be representing Red Racer's car, but just the silver tailpipes look awesome. Yellow kanji goes really well with the red katakana. The red katakana just look a little too shiny. That's really the only problem. Number 26 is Gokaiger, and this one just has a lot of nostalgia for me just because I grew up with Operation Overdrive and that logo looks a lot like this. But just the compass in the back, I really like that. The earth also in the back, and then the yellow with the red and then the white outline on the katakana look really cool. Number 25 is Ranger, and this one just looks awesome. The blue kanji with the red katakana and the gold box, plus with the red star in the middle, and it all being complemented by the black. It just looks awesome. Number 24 is Lupinranger, the most recent season, and I'm not really sure where to put this right now because I haven't seen it too much, but I think the more I see it, I'll like it. I really like the orange to yellow gradient, just the blue outline over, giving it a sense of speed. I just don't really like the blue to red gradient on the speedometer, but other than that, this is probably going to go up the more I see it. Number 23 is Shinkenger, and for the longest time I really didn't like this logo, I think because of the font for the katakana, but it's really grown on me just because it represents the Super Sentai logo as a whole, and just the way the colors go together, it just looks awesome the more I see it. Number 22 is Shinkenger, and I think this logo is cool just because of it being a sword, but I just think the color scheme on it is a little off. It just reminds me of a bomb pop. Like, I don't think this is when I think of the Shinkengers, this isn't the colors that I exactly think of, but I still think it looks pretty cool. Number 21 is Time Ranger, and I just really like that weird shape in the back. It just makes it look really futuristic. I really like the red katakana with the dark gray outline, plus the word Time Ranger in English. That just looks really cool. Number 20 is Dawn Brothers, and I think this logo just represents the season really well. It's really crazy, and the pink peach with the yellow-orange gradient, plus the gradient on the outline just makes it look really cool. It really goes together really well. Number 19 is Ranger, and this might actually be the best looking logo of them all. It's just not my favorite because it's kind of boring, but like the yellow kanji with the red and the white outline with it on like this granite texture, also has a sense of dimension with the kanji underneath it. This is just such a good looking logo. Number 18 is ToQger, and this might be a little biased because of how much I like ToQger. I think the logo still looks good, but probably not as good as the ones before. It's just, I really like the train and the train tracks. The katakana looks good. Just the kanji being yellow with the blue outline kind of looks bad. It probably shouldn't be this high, but I'm biased towards ToQger. Number 17 is Patranger, and this one looks pretty cool. Probably not what I expect when I think of Patranger, just because it's a little too dark. But the Patranger logo up top looks really cool. I like this different kind of red that's used for the katakana. It's overall a really cool logo. Number 16 is Gokaiger, and this is just a really classic looking logo, plus with a tire in the back, which is pretty funny, with the yellow kanji with the red to orange gradient, and the tire just saying Engine Sentai Gokaiger. That's just really fun. Number 15 is Patranger, and this is another really cool looking logo. You got the Patranger logo in the back with the blue kanji at the white outline, plus the red katakana with the white outline. There's maybe a little too much brown, but I like what they were going for. Number 14 is Hurricaneger, and I originally didn't really like this gradient on it, but it grew on me over time. I still think the weird blade design on the bottom of the katakana is kind of weird, but other than that, it looks awesome. I like the wind effect, the green scroll with the blue kanji in it, plus the shuriken. It looks awesome. Number 13 is Gokaiger, and this one also has the same thing that Zyuranger has, where it has a 3D effect with the SPD badge underneath it, but also it looks really cool with the gray contrasting with the white and red katakana, plus with the Gokaiger logo in the middle, plus with the police sirens over the yellow kanji. It looks awesome. Number 12 is ToQger, and this is just an improved version of Live Man's logo. You got all 5 of the animals look awesome. Looks like stone statues, contrasting really well with the classic red to orange gradient, and then also the cube motif is even implemented with the katakana. So this one just looks really cool. Number 11 is Lupinranger versus Patranger, and this one looks really cool, obviously because it's 2 logos in one. Lupinranger logo looks much better than the Patranger logo in my opinion, just because it looks like one of the notes that they send out, plus all 3 of the colors are represented. Patranger just looks kind of boring, it all being red and white, but together they look really good, they contrast really well. Number 10 is Ryu Soldier, and it looks really similar to Patrangers, but I think it's better just because it feels like there's less brown in it, but I think it's mostly carried by the giant Ryu Soldier logo in the back. That just looks awesome. Number 9 is Gokaiger, and this just looks super regal, really awesome. Gold outline on the red katakana looks awesome. The yellow contrasting with the blue kanji on top, plus with the kanji having the wings, and also it has the kanji underneath the katakana like with Zyuranger and Gokaiger, so it just looks awesome, one of the best looking ones. Number 8 is Go Busters, and this one just looks really futuristic and high-tech with the blue outline over the black, plus with the red katakana, and also it says Go Busters in English underneath the katakana, plus with it being at an angle and also it leading up to like a laser on the right side. It looks really cool. Number 7 is Q-Ranger, and I think this is the best looking orange logo. Just contrasts so well with the cosmic purple outline, plus with it being at a slight angle leading up to the star with the light blue to yellow to orange gradient. This is such a cool looking logo. Number 6 is Ninja, and in the past I'd probably say this is the best part about Ninja, but I think it has a little more merit than people give it credit for, but I digress. So the gold star looks awesome, the fire design in the katakana with the silver outline, plus all 5 colors are represented. This is just an incredible looking logo. Number 5 is Gokaiger, and the fire tiger in the back almost single-handedly pulls this all the way up to first place. That's just how cool it is. But even besides that, the blue kanji with the black outline plus the red katakana with the yellow outline just goes really well, and the fire tiger is probably the coolest thing in any Super Sentai logo. Number 4 is Gokaiger, and this is a really classic looking logo with the red katakana and the blue kanji. Just looks really clean, but the giant Gokaiger logo, which is the skull and swords with the skull being a ranger key. That's just really cool. Number 3 is Go-Go 5, and I can't believe this logo was almost number 1. It's so simple, but it's just so awesome. I think probably because it's a really different angle than basically any other logo. Just the giant gold Roman numeral 5 looks absolutely incredible. There's just something about this logo. It's just so cool. Number 2 is ToQger, and this is such a good logo. You got the red katakana on the white outline, with the red kind of looking like the Patranger logo, plus with the blue kanji on the O kanji as a crown, and the Sama kanji there's a sword. That's really funny. And then in the background, the giant golden crown. That's just what brings it all together. Absolutely awesome logo. In first place is Kira Major, and this is such a good looking, such a pretty logo. It's shiny without looking bad, like with Car Ranger's logo. It's red with white, and you got like all the colors represented with the gemstones up top. Plus they have a trail like with Go Ranger. This is just such an awesome looking logo. Easily the best. Definitely deserves to be number 1. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I know this is a really kind of stupid video, but I thought for April Fool's Day I'd do something a little goofy, and I've always liked the logos, so this felt like something that was on my YouTube bucket list. This is a video I always wanted to make. But yeah, I recently passed 1,000 views on the channel, so thank you for everyone who's been watching my videos. It really means a lot. I really didn't expect anything out of this channel, but getting 1,000 views only like a couple months in is really awesome. I have a couple videos planned. I might make some Kamen Rider videos. I might do this video with Kamen Rider logos too down the line, but I don't really have anything too far planned out. I don't know how long I'll take to make another video, but it shouldn't be too long. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Feedback is always appreciated. Have a great day.